Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 21 of Darkest Dungeon. Alright, so what we got here is the new cleansing crystal from the end of the last excursion that we had, killing little boss there. Let's take a look. Again, we do not have the heroes that I seek. I am going to rename some of the Vestals here though, so here we go. This one, oh, no, don't dismiss. You are going to be named Angelia, and where is Mother Vestals? Croc. You are going to be named, let's see, Loki Bay. Alright, there we go. Now, as far as I do believe that I've sent a lot of people into the Sanitarium. Yeah, we've already queued that all up. One of the ideas was to maybe lock in some positive things. So let's go ahead and look at our sort of main lineup here. Order of Light's pretty good, but ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything to lock in. Maybe not. Mayhaps not. Now what about, yeah, 0 day. You need to get rid of light sensitivity at least. Alright. Now as far as embarkations go, one thing I really need to do is to focus on the Weald. We have not progressed very far in terms of Weald bosses here. So let's go ahead and field JD. And we're going to need to field some lower levels because as you can see here, 3 and up do not want to partake. So Picket here, I'm not sure if I love the idea of fielding Picket, but you know, whatever. Tinnel, absolutely. So Houndmaster, I guess front slot would be acceptable. I feel like I need more frontliners in my lineup. We certainly need another healer. I don't know about having a frontlined grave robber. That's like a very bad idea. I don't usually play with grave robbers, but alright, let's see. Do we have people to recruit? We have a lot of Shieldbreakers, but we only have one Crusader. Although a Crusader with slow reflexes, I don't know. With stress heal, okay. Maybe I'm gonna recruit Campbell and bring him on this little excursion.
By holy purpose, a zealous warrior.
So Lucy will be a healer in the back, and then we'll have Jester to level up, JD, and Campbell. All right, that all looks good to me. Time to outfit them with some wonderful clothing or stuff here. So Campbell already has pretty terrible crit chance and speed, so I'm just gonna give him the gloves so he bashes a little bit harder in the front. Let's see. Houndmaster, probably going to give Swift Cloak and maybe something that helps with the bleeds. Bleed chance. Maybe I don't have a bleed chance. I only have one for the Jester. Alright, speaking of Jester. Jester, I want you to be very fast. And what else do I want to give the Jester? Maybe nothing else. What I'm trying to do here is to make sure that I have a lot of slots, open slots for stuff. And then my healer in the back, we are going to load up with the healing, all the healing that I can load him up with. Again, not so sure I'm going to have, well, I'll give you a, no, I don't want you to take turns too quick. Man, I am being very indecisive, aren't I? we are potentially heading into the Weald here. So if I look at the Weald, let's see. There is a lot of... Yeah, I guess the Eldritch Killing Incense wouldn't be terrible in the Weald. So, for all of you, the Weald has, like, deals bleeds and diseases. So, we're going to have to deal with diseases and bleeds. In fact, you know what I might do is give some resist here. Blight, bleed, resist. Okay. And then JD and our Crusader will have one each. Stress. Maybe I'm going to go for extra damage at the cost of stress, not speed. Oh, but our speed is already terrible. Yeah, let's just put the gloves on. Okay, that looks good to me. Now for skills, I haven't done the skills yet for the new guy. So let's make sure everyone that's going to be going on this excursion here has all the abilities that I want. So, Bulwark of Faith is going to be useful here. I'm going to get rid of Holy Lance for Bulwark. Alright, JD, you have everything I want you to have. Tinnel, let's level you up with better Battle Ballad and Inspiring Tune and the Bleeds. And Lucy, you are all set too. Now to the Blacksmith. JD is leveled up. Tinnel is not. Lucy is not. Alright, so there is that. They're born for this, apparently. Cool. Alright, so the rewards here is a punishment hood. I'm just going to go ahead and sell my other punishment hood, because I'm about to get a new one. And I guess that's assuming I complete this. But I'm going to assume I complete this. This is a medium length excursion. Okay. So let's get down there. We're going to need some food. And we're going to want a whole bunch of shovels because there's a lot of barriers. Some blight and, oops, bandages and a few medicinal herbs. This is not one that has a lot of herb type stuff to open. Alright, and I'm going to try a new technique where I snuff out a lot of the torches and light it back up. Making sure that everyone has the skills I want them to have, and it does seem to be true. Alright, let's embark. So this technique is to get more loot, which is right before the end of every fight, you snuff out a torch, and then you use skills or torches to get your light level back. I'm going to be doing that with the Bulwark as well. So we have to explore 90% of the rooms, meaning that inevitably we're going to have to double back on ourselves here. And we're already hitting back barriers.
Herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Thank you, nature. Let's see. I'm going to keep my light level up. Oh my goodness, so many barriers. Maybe I should have brought more shovels. Maybe I'll loot some shovels. That'd be really cool. Oh, just some gold. Not hitting a lot of activity here. Not a lot of... Oh my goodness. Just a lot of thickets. Well, there's 3 out of 5 shovels already used. Making me a little bit nervous about what else I'm going to run into. Alright, so eerie spiderweb. If we use bandages, we get a little bit extra oomph for the loot. So let's go ahead and do that. I would say that's a little extra oomph. Not knowing what it would have been without the bandages, it's hard to tell, but... Oh my god, these rooms are so boring. This dungeon is just... Okay, I guess there's a trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Okay, don't have room for the journal. Sorry, Mr. Journal. just been empty room after empty room. This is gonna go fast. Oh my goodness. This whole arm, this whole right arm of the dungeon is just thickets and traps. Beast carcass. Well, let's loot with the medicinal herbs. And we get a whole bunch of food, which stacks into our current stack of food. Yep, just more traps.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
Got a little blight. I'm gonna cure him.
Unwitnessed by his own eyes.
And now we have to double back. Wow, there was nothing here. I've really not seen a dungeon quite like this. A whole bunch of boredom on one side. Guess it could be worse. Could have had her butts kicked. Now, when you double back on a dungeon that you've already explored, you use a whole lot less light, as you've probably already noticed. I've not had to light up so many torches. Well, we've explored almost half of the rooms already, not with a single fight.
The match is struck. A blazing
Now, if it didn't make sense to why I was doing this excursion, it's because you need to do a few different dungeons to progress towards boss, and there is a progression bar underneath all the types of the dungeons, and we hadn't really progressed this area very much, which is why I'm here. Because eventually, what will end up happening, if I didn't fill out this progression, is it would be very hard. Oh boy, more bears! It'd be very hard for me to make progress here if most of my heroes were too high level to bother with the dungeons that are being offered. Can there be a fight? Ooh, secret door. Alright, so there is a fight 2 squares up ahead. Everyone is mowing down on my food. And there's the Shambler Curio. I'm not going to bring new guys into the Shambler fight. That sounds like a bad time. I keep bypassing the Shambler. At some point, I'm going to have the right team composition for the Shambler fight. So fear not, eventually it will be done. Alright, so secret room. And we get to open the ancient artifact with a key, which yields Barristan's head, which is a tank trinket, and these puzzling objects here that are worth a whole lot. Alright, now I have to decide what I get rid of. I'm going to discard my herbs. I'm going to discard, honestly, my firewood, because we are, like, almost done with this dungeon, and we haven't had any problems so far. Okay. Let's line up all of our beauties here. And this is actually a fight, finally. Just a bunch of ectoplasm. One's dead. Our healer got it. Do a little bit of ballad. They're not all that stunnable or bleedable. I'll try to stun one. It's probably not gonna work. Nope. They really want to slime the Jester. He's not having it.
Executed with impunity.
I might use the fact that this is a particularly weak enemy to sort of get rid of some stress with my Jester here. It's probably a good time to just de-stress. I was hoping for a stun there, but it didn't happen. I've dodged every single attack that they've thrown at me. 20, 25, alright. Inspire yourself. Gonna pretty much almost accidentally murder this thing at this rate. Alright, let's go ahead and just finish it off.
Back to the pit.
We have less stress than we came in with. Didn't take any damage.
Nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can
Looks like we have 2 more fights lined up. That's good. Not to be too bored. Here's my last key. Last key gives me a lot of crests and deeds. What can I part with? I think I'm gonna part with
The way is lit.
my dog
The path
treats.
is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Let's hope there's not too many barriers left because I have like 1 shovel. Oh, again. I guess antivenom. Alright, I should start gaming the light level system here. Are you out? No, you're just beasts. I'll hit you anyway.
Be gone, fiend.
Be gone, thought. I know I'm not using Battle Ballad, but I'm just trying to get my stress down. I don't really fear maggots. Wow, I didn't realize maggots were really stun resistant.
Another one falls.
I should have checked that before trying to stun them. 8, 18, and 8. Alright, we're all like almost all single digit. Fight's over. Man, these fights have been easy. Alright, I said I wanted to game the light level system, but I hadn't done it. Alright, time to pinch myself to remember. We got a little left luggage here. Well, normally you open this with key or antivenom. I have neither, so. We have a bleed charm here, which I can give to JD. And a journal, which I will take for the food. No one was even wounded, so I couldn't just eat the food. Okay. Game the light level. Game the light level.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
I gotta tell myself that, like that. I haven't even been hit yet. It's been 100% dodge on everything.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving. As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
All right.
blossoms.
Light level was gained,
As the
and
light
as a
gains
result, I got a sapphire out of it.
purpose and purpose
The darker it is, the better the loot you get. And yeah, I'm definitely going to continue adventuring. I am not ready to stop. Old tree. Well, I'm most likely to get loot out of the old tree and not blighted.
A
There we
handsome
go.
reward
What is
for
this?
a task well performed.
Sure. And bandages, goodbye. Getting every little ounce of loot I can out of here. Don't know why these guys are hungry. They haven't done anything. There hasn't been fighting. Alright, they're surprised. That's good for me. I'm not even gonna battle ballad. These fights have been too easy.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright, so
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
it's pitch black. I get some more stuff.
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
I'll let everything up. Sorry, holy water. And there we go. We're ready for more. Oh, a madman. Who's probably not going to be able to hit me. I also don't want to get rabies from these gnashers here. But one of these gnashers are going to get a chance to chomp on me. And there's no way around that. Dodge. Oh, that's the first time I've been hit. But he hit someone that had blight, bleed, and debuff resist. Not disease resist, though. Okay, so this dude is... This little Gnasher is just about dead, so let's go ahead and... Twing my little instrument there. Cut the light. And kill it. And we're not going to have torches to get the light level back up. We're just going to... Oh, well, speaking of torches, I'll use that one.
So too will resistance.
I was going to say we're just going to have to fight in the dark for the rest of this and use bulwark and stuff like that to try to get our light levels back up. A shallow grave. Well, if you dig it, it gives you better stuff. I'm going to risk using my last shovel this way. And it has paid off tremendously. Alright, I guess we get to know if there's fights left, and there's 2 fights left. So there's 1 fight right now. Good, I wasn't surprised. I'm gonna pull their, bring into the Fusilier to the front. And maybe stun them. Do some battle ballad. Alright, getting a little punished, but that's okay. And let's use Bulwark for a little light level. It's tough without a Vestal. We're not going to constantly get that beautiful light level that we normally get. Alright, let's see what we could do here. We can hex the big guy, lowering his protection, I guess. I've done such a good job keeping my stress down, but, you know. We can inspire for torch level. But I think I'm just gonna straight up kill them. I'm not likely to get my light level all that much higher, and right after this fight I'm gonna snuff it all back out, so... Alright, so this dude is so big I can hit him. He takes up second slot, which is nice. And the Hound's Rush does extra damage against marked targets, so this dude is super dead. So let's make it super dark, and... bash him. Okay, so we have to decide what to bring here. Well, Journal's definitely out. Gold, holy water for deeds. There was also food, but I can use some of the food to heal up after I'm done bleeding. More heirlooms.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Yeah, I gotta say, fighting in the dark definitely yields you a lot of good stuff. Okay, I'm not surprised. That's very good. I don't like being out of order. Alright, so these are Eldritch, so I'm gonna use artillery. Beating up their artillery. Mark me all you want. I'm about to bulwark, buddy. Let's see. Try to bleed them all. Their bleed resist is pretty low. Yep, they're all bloody now. I don't know if doubly marking me as... Well, I guess it makes me dodge worse. Rend the mark. Yeah, no surprise there. Using a little bit of bulwark, and that raises my protection.
Devastating blow.
Get the big old heal on there. I meant to use the other ability, but oh well. Everyone here is gonna just sort of bleed out on their own at this point. They're all taking pretty high bleed damage. Ooh, Rain of Blight, that's annoying. And I resisted it both. So this is the last fight in this dungeon. Alright, so these two are dead automatically. I might as well Inspiring Tune, because he can't hit anything else that wasn't going to immediately die. Guess I'll Hex the front. Lower some of that protection there. Lower the dodge. I'm gonna make it pitch black. Dead and dead. Alright, final attack. I don't have room for it, so what I'm gonna do is, although I don't really need to eat my food, I bought it, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Forget the shovel. Pop open this little tent. Traveler's tent. What can I expect here? Probably gold. Oh, goodness.
Only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Well, now the question is, how much is a portrait worth versus all the other loot I have? I'm gonna say leave the rest of this and not make any changes. Yeah, that's tough. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll ditch the citrine. Bring the portrait. Okay. And we're done. Fighting in the dark.
Some roads bring soldiers and supplies.
So, plenty of money, because I definitely gamed the system. I got a lot of this money, of course, is the puzzling pieces here. But the heirlooms also looking pretty good. Lucy leveled up, so won't be able to go on any apprentice dungeons anymore. We got mostly good things out of this, which is a positive result. We don't have to send too many people to the sanitarium.
All my life, I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind. It was a yearning, a thirst for discovery.
So that worked quite well.
Numbed nor sated.
My trinkets list is obviously building up here. I probably have way more trinkets than I need, and I can probably do a big old clearing of that. First thing I want to do is send JD to get rid of imposter syndrome, and Arturus. Oh, that locked in. That's too bad. There were some others. What was it? Aggro? No, I'm not helping pick it out. 0 Day Hyromania. There we go. I don't believe anyone needs the medical ward. No one's actually sick. I know I'm just about out of time for this episode, but taking a look, we do have the first Weald boss being offered here, the Wizened Hag, given the legendary Bracer. So we have a lot of boss fights able to be done. We've got the Fulminating Prophet, we've got the Miller, and we've got the Wizened Hag. So those are things I'll have to do next episode. Now the thing is, the Wizened Hag can only be tackled by low-level dudes, and my current lineup does not have a healer that is able to go with them. So the thing is, I'm probably going to need to recruit another Vestal or something like that to go after that hag, which means I'm likely next episode to tackle one of the harder bosses. One of the veteran bosses, because I don't have a healer to go on this boss. I don't believe. Let's sort by level. So it has to be 2 or under and I don't have a single healer 2 or under at the moment. One thing I could do is expand my stagecoach network. That wouldn't be a terrible idea, so that after next excursion I have 5 potential possibilities. Another thing I could do is, well, that's kind of nice. Take a look at the Nomad Wagon and the Jeweler. So this is all these sort of shards that you get that I really haven't accumulated, but I haven't actually looked at this vendor yet. So I'm glad to have done that. And yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys. So next episode, probably taking on a veteran boss. I'm gonna have to decide which one. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. I do apologize to Acid. I am trying to get you a plague doc, but it has not been in the cards for you, buddy. Yeah, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.